Hello everyone, my name is King Kangama, and today I'm going to take you through how to edit videos. And for this particular video, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. So work with me. So the first thing that you do when you open the Adobe Premiere Pro, you see the interface that you get to a landing page, let me say, and you have so many options, but let us concentrate on new project. So after you click new project, you might want to label the project, and for this particular video we're going to name it practice video. So after you do that, two ways to go about it. The next step can be you create a sequence or you label a sequence, or you can do it later, but me, I prefer doing it at a later stage. So but you can do it now or you can do it later, but I prefer doing it later, like I said. So let's click create. Then after you do, you get to this interface. So what this interface is, there's so many options here where you click depending on what you're working on your video. Captions and graphics is for text related type of content. So if you're trying to label the video, if you want to add captions or should I say subtitles to your videos, or whatever graphical thing you want to add, so this is the interface that you click. This is a workspace that you'd want to have, but for this particular video we're going to be working with editing. So editing, and now the first thing that you do, you can see here there's a prompt to say import media. But before we import media, the first thing that I always recommend to do is to create a sequence. So a sequence is basically a space where you're going to be doing the actual editing. So since we named the video practice video, the sequence we're also going to label it practice video. This helps a lot because this is what you save as a raw file for the Adobe Premiere Pro. So at a later stage, if you want to work on the video again, you just click or you right click the sequence, or I mean the file, the Adobe file. When you open it, it's going to take you through, it's going to take you to the sequence that you save right now. So after we save this one, the second thing that I always do is to create now new bin. So a bin is essentially a folder where you store your materials, the things that you're going to be working with. Let's say raw footage or whatever audio, whatever piece of media that you have. So let's start with raw footage. Then you can have as many folders or bins as you want depending on what you're working on. But after you double click, now this is where you import. So to import, you can either right click or you can do Command I for Mac or Control I for PC. So I'm using a MacBook Pro, so I do Command I, and basically now you're trying to bring the piece of media to Premiere Pro that you want to work on. So depending on whatever it is that you're working on, you will look for the piece of media where you left it at. And for this particular video, I'm just going to use some raw footage that I have in my computer. And after you click, you highlight it, then you import, then it's here. So now, before you bring it to the timeline where you're going to be doing the edits, you can double click it, then you'll be able to preview on the screen on top. So after you can preview it here, so you see what the media is about. And if you just want a chunk from it, you can just crop that piece and you bring it to your timeline here. So you can either do that, or sometimes you want to just bring the video. You don't want to take the audio with it. These are the options right here. So you can just drag here. So you drag the video only, you bring it to the timeline. But if you want the whole thing, you can just come here and you click it to the timeline. So you can import as many files that you want depending on what you're working on. Then from there are some tools that you use. Let me just take you through quickly these tools right here. So these tools is this is a selection tool, this is forward tool, it's also selection. I think I'm going to make another video that I'm going to take you through now how you begin the editing process. the first video and for this particular screencast, I just wanted to take you through the process for you to get to a place where now you can start editing. So this is how you go about it. And on the next video now, I'm going to take you through how do you start editing